So today is the day we are heading to Van Nuys, which is a part of California that I still don't know technically where it is. And we are going to go to the Tri Collective Design Studio and they are going to show me some drawings. Let's go in and let's see what's up.
This isn't a popper sore. I did those earwax things, but for your nose, and I burned myself. On the instructions, it said heat up in your microwave for 2 minutes and 30 seconds. And I was like, that's a very long time.
That's very long, yeah.
And so I heated it up, and then I was like, oh my god.
I wanted to really kind of go into that first season, RuPaul in the racer suit, you know, it's red, it's got the white stripe down the middle, but then I wanted a reveal too. I want something a little sexy that's under it. Don't know what that's going to be yet. I gave them these ideas. I'm excited to see what they came up with and see little drawings because I love when people draw things.
So for me, the idea that we were thinking would be the best is like, and you know, you said you wanted kind of like a reveal, right?
Yeah.
So like maybe like this really sexy, like motocross, like biker, like fitted, like super sexy thing that can like, you like zip down as you're like performing, and then at some point we'll create like some like Velcro or something where you can just rip the whole thing off. And underneath might be like the super sexy, like lingerie kind of bodysuit kind of vibe. And it's like, you know, going from being like all sporty to just being like sensual and seductive, right? So yeah, I mean, I don't know how on board you are with that.
Would you be comfortable with like revealing into this type of a situation?
Oh, like, yeah, 100%.
Oh, I love you.
Feel me out.
Yes.
Very excited about what they are showing me, excited to see what we're going to execute, and also excited about getting these measurements because it's going to be the first time that I put on my titties.
I had some really fucking good titties, and I bought them for a Halloween costume like 2 or 3 years ago. I paid so much money for them. And then one of my friends was like, oh, can I like borrow these for Halloween too? And I was like, yeah, sure. Gave them to her and never gave them back.
Oh my God.
And then I was like, I kept contacting her, especially around all this, and I was like, do you actually have these? Can you give them back? And she's like, I don't know where they are. I'm sorry. And then I like go on the internet and I like find the actual link where I bought them, and it was like the site was taken down. And I was like, well,
Hell no.
This corset, how do you guys do this on your own? Do you do it on your own? Do you have somebody who does it for you?
how do you find Brooklyn's demeanor? And what I mean by that, I'm not trying to be nasty. I'm trying to be like, I feel like there's because I worked with her on her on her podcast before she decided to leave.
She did a podcast?
She did a podcast with Priyanka during COVID.
Oh, she did.
She did like 10 episodes, and she started getting very mad towards the end.
Oh my God.
And she would just be very like, there would be like topics in front of her. She'd be like, I don't feel like talking about this today.
Oh my
What
God.
the fuck are we talking about this for? Nope, I don't like it. And then she just became like so against it towards the end.
Oh my God.
But then like after she left, like anytime I would see her out or whatever, she was the nicest person, but it was just like that work. When she didn't want to do it, she didn't want to do it.
Yeah, she is really chill.
Well, that was the thing, because at the beginning,
I
I know, I work for the camera drink. No, but actually, because I feel like at the beginning she was more like standoffish, type of a thing. And as we started working more and more with her, like we became like closer for sure. Yeah.
I do feel that about her, yeah.
That was
But
I
can
think the
see-
last time we saw her, we were like smoking a cigarette at your place.
Yeah, I was like, just smoke inside. And we're all
Yeah.
like, I just made dinner while just smoking inside my kitchen. Like,
Yeah, so we're like, this is very surreal right now.
These boobies that I have right now, I don't feel like are the right boobies. I feel like they're a little too small. They're giving almost Sophia Cristal boobies, but not quite.
yeah, you guys are
Let's talk about next time. I'm like,
Oh
oh,
my God,
great dick friend. Thank
That's
you.
the one thing I don't ever want to do. So the day I die, I'm like, the idea
It's scary.
of it going away is scaring the shit out of me.
The ball.
Okay, the ball. the dick, I'll take that shit anyway. I don't care about that. It's like into the, I'm like, where do they go? Okay, so HBS to the floor.
To the floor?
Yeah. Will they be picked up?
They can be picked up a little bit. Maybe.
Yeah, like 13.
Because I think they're too forward, and I want them to be like a little.
Yeah, we should like smash them up like
Yeah,
that.
Let's do 13 then.
13, and then HBS to waist.
And also, there's some really hard nipples.
So leaving the Tri Collective, I'm feeling great. I'm feeling wonderful. I am feeling like these guys understood my vision, and I'm excited to see it all come together. And I'm probably gonna have to wear a bigger pair of BBs and come to them so they can measure me again. So today we are heading to Phoenix, Arizona, because I have a little good Judy. third person I ever interviewed, Pearl, has agreed to teach me the mastery of makeup. I felt like it was Oprah right there.
I'm very nervous though, because I'm gonna have to shave this off and I don't want to be a baby. I was gonna shave it off this morning, but I couldn't go through the airport like that. But I guess I'm gonna have to go through the airport back like that. But it's about an hour away, so let's go.
Very well. This is my daughter. Everyone makes some noise for what's your drag name?
I haven't come up with it yet. I want a one-word name that is gonna be easy to look up on Google.
See, so then you want a 2-word name.
Okay, then 2 words.
Because I'm Pearl, but you can't just Google Pearl and I pop up. You have Pearl Drag Queen.
Yeah.
Pearl the Drag Queen or whatever. So yeah, if I could do anything over again, well, would do a lot of things over again, but I would have given myself a last name.
Well then fine, then I want 2 names, but I want the first name to be prevalent.
Prevalent. Jones.
Stop it. Okay, so first we're gluing the eyebrows.
Yeah, so always use a smaller glue stick.
Okay.
It just has way more control, because if it had a nice big head, it'd make a mess. But yeah, it would be smearing glue like all over the place, and you really only want glue right on your eyebrow.
Are you glad that you went on when you did go on as opposed to now?
No, I
Really?
absolutely wish that I waited.
Why?
Well, I was so green. I didn't know anything back then. I was so unprepared. I didn't know myself. I had so much trauma at the time that I was so like unaware of.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize that I could have just played the game and won and been paid, you know? And now it's just not that way. Like, you know the list that they give you for like everything to bring?
Yeah.
I didn't even take that seriously. Like, I thought that was a suggestion. And I just showed up with like 3 suitcases full of random thrift store items. And I just put together looks the entire time. Like, I was that dumb.
But you were savvy in what you did.
Apparently, I guess. But yeah, now the price is doubled.
Mm-hmm.
The queens are whatever.
I just feel like there's an oversaturation now where you wouldn't have had that back then.
Well, who cares when you can win money?
That's true. That's true.
Like, honestly, that's what it comes down to for me. That would have been an easy 200 grand to snatch.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, there is something special about being a logo Drag Race queen versus like being a modern day Drag Race queen. So I guess that's one thing.
Was their internet as crazy back then too?
No. Me and Fame had the highest social media reach at the time, and I think I had 5,000 followers, and Fame had like 6 or 7. Or... Yeah, there was no social media back then. We were still using filters, like Instagram filters. Remember those? Yeah. So everything's totally, completely changed now. So this is the worst part of it.
Okay.
It's just this, and you have to do 4 or 5 layers of glue stick.
Okay.
Because if your glue isn't...
Is that why sometimes you can see people's eyebrows through?
Yeah.
Like the actual like...
Yeah, like this is the setup for the foundation.
Okay.
You know? So if this is all boogery, you're just not gonna look good.
Not buggery.
You're just not gonna look good.
How long did it take you to come up with your original signature makeup look?
It's hard to say. Like it just evolved my makeup into what it was. Honestly, I loved Elvira's makeup because she would do the pointy inner corner, and she looked so different from her normal human face. So my makeup was really just Elvira's eye makeup. And then I just started to slowly learn, like, oh, glitter looks great on stage, obviously. You know, don't put a ton of dark brown concealer like all over your face to contour. You really don't need to be doing all that. Just like a little soft contour goes a long way, because men's faces are super angular, and we're trying to make our faces look more full. So when you put like dark concealer everywhere and like too much contour, it kind of does an adverse effect.
Okay.
And yeah, like if you have more highlight than contour, it's gonna look a lot better. So you're trying to bring things like out forward, not recede too much, if that makes sense. I actually have talked to ghosts. I had a ghost come and visit me in my bedroom as a child.
Okay.
All the time. And she was my guardian angel. And as I've gotten older, I played with Ouija boards and stuff, and they're wild. So I feel like if I wanted to be a medium, I could, but it just trips me out too much. So I'm literally always like, okay, leave me alone. Don't talk to me right now. Like, you're freaking me out. Like, I'm not ready for this. And they like respect that. But I swear to God, if I was like, okay, show me a sign, like all the lights would go out. Yeah.
Yes. I think I'm most excited about being the pony.
Yeah.
Very excited for that because
It's so unserious.
it's so unserious, and then like a fucking horse head on stripper poles in the Abbey, and then I was gonna do a boob reveal and having hot men feed me carrots. I was just like, this is the most bizarre thing in the world. And I feel like if Chapel
Some
Roan
could
saw
argue
it,
it's mental illness.
yes.
One of my friends just sits on cakes.
Really? That sounds expensive.
Yeah, but people pay like they'll like pay them extra money to get specific type of cakes.
Oh wow.
I'm like, well, that's nice. Just to sit your ass on a cake.
Do they have to fart?
No. Do people ask you to fart?
People have asked me to fart.
Oh!
And it's so offensive. I'm like, am I just no one? I'm not just some like random girl from Ohio. You know?
What's like that fucking girl from
Like, I'm a
90?
pillar in this community.
Yes! You shouldn't be having
How
a fire
dare
shit
you.
on anything.
No. So no, I won't be doing that. Open?
So Pearl gives me the mirror and she basically like turns me around.
Turn around in your chair. Do like
Turn
a
around
full...
in my chair?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like this?
Yeah.
Oh, and then spin?
And then spin, yeah.
Ready?
I feel like a sexy pinup model.
I am feeling very, season 10 I believe it was, Miss Cracker, and she had Chester and she turned him around and he felt so beautiful, and you saw that beauty he felt. That's how I felt.
I don't know, I
You're
feel
giving me like 90s Playboy.
Yeah, I feel like I'm about to go like pick up my kid I don't care about.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, right?
Adoption is always on the table.
Ooh, thank you so much. I'm excited.
Sure.
You gave me the knowledge.
Mwah.
Mwah, mwah. And you said I should just put on this makeup and just sit in it for like hours on time to get used to my body.
Sleep in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be great. I'm gonna go to the airport just like this right now.
Unclockable.
Unclockable.
This is airport fish. I mean, tracksuit and all.
Yeah.